Hi, the purpose of this video is to talk you through how to play Beat That Clock, which is an educational app. It's a game, but it's based on very solid foundations regarding the acquisition of language, which is graded carefully. There are 5 levels in the um, demo version and 100 levels in total. Each level consists of 20 words which you have to guess and you have to type in from reading a clue or a definition which is given to you. As you can see, I've started at the very beginning, and this is level 1, which is verbs. So as you can see, you've got your man running across the top of the screen, and underneath you've got the number 305, 304, 303, 302. This is the amount of seconds that you have in which to type all the words that you can get, which is 20 words in a particular level. You've got to read the definitions, you've got to type the answer that fits the word that fits the definition. Now, the definitions have been designed to start at a quite easy level, and they'll progressively get more difficult. Now, obviously, with such a large game as this, we're looking at 2,000 items of language. The first 5, 6, 10, 12 levels are at a pretty low level, what we call elementary or pre-intermediate, level A2, really, level of English. Anyway, so you get the definition that comes along, and what you've got to do is type in the letters to make the word. So you've got your definition here, and what you do is you type in the first box and your keypad appears. This is on an iPad. On Android devices, the keyboard automatically appears rather helpfully. It's a little bit more complicated on iPad. Anyway, you tap on the first box and you type in the words. This level is all about verbs. The verbs are all in what we call the infinitive form, which means the basic form of the verb. So even though the clue might include an example of the verb in the past form, the correct answer has to be in the basic form, this infinitive form. Now, one pretty major difference between using Beat That Clock on iPads and iPhones as opposed to Android devices comes from a programming issue with the iOS program. With Android devices, you can, as soon as you tap on a letter in the box, the cursor automatically moves to the next box for the next letter. This doesn't work with iPad and iPhone. So what you have to do is you either have to tap in, every time you tap a letter, you can either move the cursor yourself by typing or by tapping into another box to put the particular letter in the box, or just above the keypad on the left hand side you've got two buttons. You've got previous and next. If you tap on the next button, it will take you immediately to the next box in the word that you're trying to tap in. So it's a little bit of a fiddle, really. It would be much nicer if it went automatically, which of course it does as I say, on Android devices, but it's not our fault. It's really the fault of the iOS programming language. So as you can see, we've gone through 17 out of the 20 words on this first level, and we've still got 160 seconds left, so I think we're going to do it. Obviously, the more you go through the program, the more difficult it gets, and the more time becomes an issue. Some people have asked me why can't you pause the program, and there's a simple reason for that, and that's because if you pause it, then it takes away the learning aspect. We've designed it so that once you get to the higher level, certainly you're probably not going to be able to guess all the words the first time you go through it. And so by doing that again and again, you start to learn the language. Now here we've finished, and there's a button here called My Library. Once you press My Library, it takes you into the library, and you can press the sound to hear each of the words pronounced to help you. And you get the chance to write your own notes in your own language, in Spanish, French, or Russian, or whatever language you have, or your own notes in English if you wish, and it keeps a record of your score so that you can continue. And yeah, and there you go. It's hopefully an educational tool, and hopefully it's quite a lot of fun to play as well.